Alright. There we go. Hello everyone. It's a fair programming error that just refused to be fixed. Code here. And today we're gonna be continuing with more Genshin Impact. It's been a bit. And I know there are quite a few people who are waiting for me to finally get to some of the new... new story stuff, damn it. Ah. I guess Rob wasn't waiting. And hello Gabe as well. Spinne, I see you, I see everyone. Alright, first things first, you already know what we have to do. Straight to the story quest we go. Fire aspect on it. Emerald sword, so you're still playing modded. Right. Well then you better get fire aspect on it. I'll be suddenly gone due to my spontaneous passing out. Yep. Totally fine. Just feel free to stay however long you want. By the way, in case you're wondering, Code, why haven't you done your dailies yet? Well, that's quite simple, because after I'm done with the story quests, I will automatically be able to get my daily rewards. So there's literally no reason for me to do the dailies anymore.
Its final day. Don't rush.
Wrong floor. That's the one. Well then, Spinny, good luck grinding enchantments. You're balancing usage and gain. I see, I see. Alright, let's return to the dormitories right away. There's no time to waste. We do want to make progress quickly, so we can get to the new main quest line. And two, because of spoilers for Fontaine. That's fair, that's fair. So I might as well say this. I'm currently doing one of the character story quests. You know, the ones you have to unlock with a key. But after I'm done with this, I will get back to the main plot, obviously. But yeah, totally understandable. I also don't want to get spoiled after all. So I understand that you feel the same. Some time has passed since the incident of the Fortress of Maripede, and your sentence here is almost finished.
Now for a little rest after breakfast. This is the life. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today?
Wait, is this still the story quest? It feels like this is almost like main story. Why does this feel like the main that's main story? What the fuck? Why did I walk into the main story?
Today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Maripede! Come on! We've got to go complete the release procedures now!
Well, that's nice and all. Let's re-navigate immediately. Change navigation this instant. My mistake. We'll release ourselves in a second. Instantly triggered after completing Wriothesley's. Interesting.
Commodities back and forth. And those
Why do I keep going down when I have to be up? Wait, no, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's here.
Stay a while. So
Well, it feels like I am on the correct floor then.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I.
Guess I'll just take the elevator.
But where are those who share the memory?
Fine. That elevator goes down, I'm an idiot. This one works. Yeah, I know, I'm dumb and keep forgetting. You could boom kill my entire team? Oh no, whatever would I do in a story quest?
Seems like Dougier is no longer here. You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So let's see if we can feel something out. Paimon will do her best to help.
I also don't know where to start. By the way, audio levels are okay, I hope?
Wait, you guys are...
Or should I turn the game up a bit more?
Sorry, we just realized that we lost something, and we figured we might have left it here by accident. We'll be on our way as soon as we find it.
Yeah, we totally will.
Okay.
You know what, I will turn it up a little bit more. Did anyone see a glass bottle by any chance? What's with those reactions, huh?
Nobody?
Was about the size of my hand.
It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like
How
we
would
lost
you
the
cook
whole bag of
Paimon?
more or anything.
Hmm.
We'll just look for it
Just
ourselves if none
Throw
of
her
you
in a
got
pot
glimpse
with some
of it.
vegetables.
We're not gonna tell Wriothesley anything, don't worry.
That's what the
I'll go
painting we
find
got
Mr. Douchier.
implied is best.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know?
Always? You can already fill more than an entire team with just lolly characters. But sure. Don't you want to fill 2 entire teams? I don't think we're quite at that point yet. Although we might be getting close. This is incredibly suspicious, by the way.
We can look around for it, yeah?
Ah, you mean a Shota. Only females, and that's weird. You want some Shotas in this. Okay. Raise the minimum to use a I see. Alright, let's talk to these people. One by one.
Hey, hello? Anyone home?
And make it look less weird. You know what? That is a valid point. We need some Shota characters.
How can I help you?
Can you give us that rundown again?
The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and I mean, you've already heard my spiel. I don't know anything beyond what I've already told you.
That's so.
You don't know anything?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just there's nothing more I can tell you.
Huh. Keeping secrets, huh? No fair. Did I ask how I know that? Well, okay, I won't ask. Jesus, what is wrong today?
What do you want?
Damn it, is my cough getting worse again?
Isn't
I
this
thought
what
it was
you
already
told us
clearing up.
earlier? Take a deep breath and let it all out.
Oh yeah, that's right. You sure are a fast learner.
Where did your optimism go?
I ate something earlier, so I'm falling into a bit of a food coma, and I mean, not everyone can be super upbeat all the time, right?
Take a deep breath
You're
and let it
looking
all
for
out.
something?
That would help, wouldn't it, huh?
I didn't see it, but it should be somewhere nearby.
Alright, so your optimism is gone. You don't know anything. What about you?
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Wait.
Yeah.
Talk to Rikus again.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
see if it'll allow me to do
But
it after
you
this.
can't check out the books right now.
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you super friendly just a moment ago?
Sorry.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
I'll cheer him up real quick. There. Doesn't that cheer you up?
I didn't see it. Why don't you try to look for it somewhere else?
Sure. Male main character? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hello, Wriothesley. How's it
you're
going?
back. How are things at their headquarters?
It was as if they had all turned into completely different people.
Yeah, they were acting super scared.
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Like that one guy we found hiding in the box.
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering
The main
place.
character from Star Rail has been imprisoned in Genshin.
Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, you took
So
it.
the one who started it all was
That would explain why you had it.
you all along.
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states.
How long have you been investigating this?
Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know. It almost feels like the performance was too elaborate.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody?
Well, he can't arrest them on a suspicion. Plus, they're already arrested, technically. He needs
Well, maybe
he
you're
needs
actually a better fit for
evidence.
the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs. In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for show. Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here. And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
Which is why he needs evidence
That
to prove
sounds
that
a
there's
bit
something
deep.
up with them.
Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
The Duke's actions will set the tone.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order.
Which is why he needs to be
And that's
very
why,
fair.
even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
And that's
Alright,
what we're
so
here
you're
for,
saying
huh?
Duchier has figured out some way to control the members of his society. And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
I feel like we're still missing something, though.
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. And that won't turn out well in the long run. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish will bite.
Fish? Bite?
Let's give them some time. My guards will need it to finish their investigation, too. can find me
Oh,
in my
many
office when the time
investigations
comes.
running, huh?
Hey, don't just leave before you've explained everything to Paimon! Hey!
We'll be in your office right away. Wait until nighttime. Gotta play the waiting game. Not like I can tell what time it is down here anyway.
It's finally evening. Wriothesley's probably wrapped up his investigation.
Alright.
Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking.
I probably took
Let's
the
just
long
go
way
find him
around.
and ask him what he's really up to.
Look at me being stupid. Alright, Wriothesley, I'm here. It is now nighttime. And I came to talk to you. As we agreed,
Oh,
let's see
here
what you
are.
got.
Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so
easiest
far
way,
and
what?
go over any sticking
Trying to
points.
get a villager trade for
I'm
it?
actually
Can
still
villagers
thinking
even
about
trade
the
fire
first thing
aspect?
that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
Highly doubt
But even
that.
if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people,
But they're
it seems like
scared.
everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them.
Because you've been working with Duji all along?
Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side. So it became
Interesting.
imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our
Aw,
investigation a
So
secret after
sorry.
that.
So sorry.
That makes sense. Wait,
Now that you mention it.
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once.
The hats must be hiding something.
Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear.
So we need to steal another hat, is what you're
If we didn't
saying.
act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth, and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Oh, the Top Hat
You
clan.
did that on purpose?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble.
So that's the hint you were talking about earlier. How curious.
Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You
Okay.
used us as a part of your plan too.
Smart, totally understandable. It was obvious that he didn't drop it on accident. Well, still, can I has that gem? Also, let me get a random theory that I'm throwing out there. For some of that gem's material is worked into the hats. Random theory as to why the hats could be important. But what do I know? I'm just throwing guesses out there. I have no reason to... I have no basis for that assumption. Other than the fact that the hats are important, used to control these people in some way, shape, or form. And that crystal has some unique capabilities that we don't fully understand. But that doesn't really tell me how they would be connected, because that thing definitely just shows you painful memories. And how would that help you control someone? Wouldn't people even be happier if they'd lose their hat in that case? It'll be real when the time's
My
come, I guess
apologies.
so.
There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves. But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the Society.
Oh, I'm already
Would you
planning
be
to do
willing
that.
To lend me your support?
Absolutely.
But Paimon's still mad at you.
Sure, if all you need is some help planning.
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats.
Indeed.
I've examined one before. There was nothing suspicious about the item itself.
Did you wear it?
The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Okay, sure, go for it. So, how long are we waiting? So, Tyler, hello! Bing bong, what's up? Thank you so much for the sub! Comes in, drops a sub, refuses to elaborate. You spent some time waiting in Wriothesley's office. But seriously, thank you so much. How are you doing? What's up?
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that
Hope you're doing
someone's been
well.
following me.
Really do
Please,
appreciate
do.
the sub as well. Good, you? Still a little bit sick. I don't know, I thought my cough was clearing up, but it kind of came back in full swing
I
today.
apologize for my lack of composure.
Other than that, I'm doing pretty well.
These two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct?
Also doing surprisingly well for, considering the fact that it's still November. Then again, it's still early on, technically kind of early on in November. I'm probably gonna suffer as we get towards the end of the month, but... I can handle a little bit of suffering. Anyway, hello, you know us.
Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top. What happened at the Society?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try.
Alright.
I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Tell us everything.
Yes,
He's the
fled
guy that lost his
immediately,
hat. Okay,
but many
okay,
members
thank you
are
for
hot on his
clarifying. It's been a
heels.
bit.
Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Clarifying.
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most.
Oh, is that what he
Rather
uses the
than
crystal
listening to me
for?
explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
The hat?
Ah, here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry.
Why did they let him in?
Please excuse us, Your Grace.
Shouldn't he have
It
asked
was
to come
never
in?
our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since
He
you
didn't
arrived
even
at the
ask to come in.
fortress.
We should have locked
She
the door.
rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
I don't recall hearing a knock. or
Yeah.
getting permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for your grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please
Sure.
forgive my discourtesy.
Sure, you did this out of concern and everything.
Like, we believe you.
You know exactly what you're thinking. You've got some nerve showing your face here. Indeed, like we'd believe you. Gibberish rhyme with other gibberish. Yes. Ah, I got that reference.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know his grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then.
And
what
he's
if a
reasonable enough to
man
hear her out
wants to
anyway.
hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasal. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really.
Oh, you're threatening
Thankfully,
her.
He has already returned
Oh,
to his senses.
that is-
We brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
Oh, no, 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 you do have
This
more
is
to
what you're
say.
afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
I
Look at how upset he
I've
is in the
never seen that
background.
in my life.
You can do it. Come on. Just say it. I'll punch that dude in the face.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you.
Can I
anywhere.
punch him, please?
It's all right, Elise. As long as you tell me what it is.
Metro, thank you for the raid.
No matter what. it
Hello,
is,
hello,
I will no
hello.
longer be
Welcome,
able to hurt you.
raiders.
I swear this on my name and honor. as
What
the
were
Duke.
you up to? Mods, can you give Metro a shout out real quick? I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. How are you? What were you up to? Also playing Genshin or something else? I hope you're doing well, and thank you very much for the raid. I do appreciate it. Hi, I'm Code. I'm a VTuber, one of many. I'm currently in the middle of doing Wriothesley's story quest, which I started a while back, and now that there's new story content, I figured I might as well finish this before I go to the Archon Quest. Big Brother Simulator. Big Brother Simulator, ah, that's what we're calling it, huh? WWE 23, then doing Big Brother Sim. Okay. Well, I hope you had fun with that. I really do. Well, I also hope that some of that you people who are here now, welcome by the way again. I think I already said that. I hope you like Genshin. I mean, otherwise you probably wouldn't have raided. But yeah, we're doing our best here to do some investigating. I am a master investigator after all. I do play detective games too, in case anyone's curious about that. Specifically, I'm wrapping up a detective game next week. or this week I should say. On Saturday I'm wrapping up Master Detective Archives, which is going to be very fun. It was a very great game. It's almost sad to see it go. But yeah, for now let's continue with this lovely game.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Anyway, where was I? Right, I want to punch this dude in the face.
About the matter.
I really do.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say. Please, don't press me further.
He really came in at the worst time.
In that case, Avis and I will be on.
My following?
Once again, please accept my
Really?
apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Okay,
Miss
then,
Avis, please show me
thank
your
you
head.
for the raid, I guess.
That is an order.
Well, to quickly sum it up, Genshin is like a massive free-to-play open world
There's
game, and
Your Grace,
it's pretty
I
fun.
know you have long tired of my words.
I mean, you can
but
totally
please
spend money in
believe
it,
me
but
when
I haven't
say
yet.
You've nearly let your worries get to your head. The society has never caused trouble for you.
I'm
or
currently in
any of
prison, by
guards
the
or
way.
soldiers. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything.
And yeah, this
for
dude
you,
is very
as long as you
shady.
give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been
Very shady
unfalteringly
dude.
loyal?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the fortress of Meripede. Your Grace is welcome to visit us anytime to confirm.
But yeah, the Fortress of
true
Meripede
intent
is the name
our
of the prison,
activities.
which is located at the bottom of
All
the
right,
ocean.
Avis. Let's head back.
Oh boy. We didn't get the info we wanted, very sad.
Just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. He must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient.
Why wasn't I
The
able to
entire
punch him in the
society
face?
Are his hostages. His subordinates
have
would
been so
definitely
bad?
react if he were taken into custody. And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me.
I mean, come on, we're already in prison. What's wrong with punching a shady prisoner in the face? One thing's for sure, we won't let him get away with this.
And the true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
We'll find out. Ooh, okay, time to do some reasoning. Beret Society Beret. Interpret?
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. But there's nothing wrong with the hats themselves.
The head?
But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat?
And the attitude.
From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from the beginning that we wouldn't be able to find any evidence.
I can associate this one. But with the attitude or with the beret? Because we know there's nothing... Because if we associate those two, we're basically saying, yeah, there's no clue with the beret and with the people's heads. So maybe that is what the game wants me to do, just saying, hey, there's no clue connected to either of them. Or it wants me to say, hey, he wasn't worried because there would be no clue here. I'm gonna say the game wants me to do this, but I could be wrong. Okay. I can't interpret this, so I assume I have to submit it. A lost hair clip, huh?
I have an idea, but...
What a coincidence, so do I.
What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
She didn't take off her hat to draw attention to her head. She did so to remove her hair clip.
You mean this thing?
And she left
Oh.
it.
She handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avise didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look.
Wriothesley tinkers with the hair clip for a brief moment.
I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
Okay.
Paimon's last again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem.
Dark liquid, like that one. Oh. Oh. Intriguing.
And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
The gem is used as a container for a type of liquid.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity. With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
So with this infused thorn,
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits you
yikes.
would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life. Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair.
Despair?
No wonder they're all so terrified of it.
The Danganronpa fan in me
Was the hat
is
meant
being
to cover
activated
their
again.
wounds?
Again, I cannot hear the
That
word
might not
despair
even be
anymore
all.
without thinking of
Let's go get
Danganronpa.
them
I've
right
been
away.
ruined.
We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
Alright, let's catch the dude. Go to the gathering place and show them what's up. Okay, people.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Well, we kind of need their leader.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I
He
had them
prepares for
stay here to
everything,
keep an
I
eye on
guess.
things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them.
Take off their hats. Take off their hairpins.
As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh.
Ouch.
My glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They didn't pull the thorn out?
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain.
So Dugier needs to die. No, I don't know what we're gonna do with him,
Let's go
but
check out
we
the
need to
other
get him.
areas, too.
We need to get him right now. What do we have here? These papers are actually outdated, but they look brand new. It seems like no one has ever flipped through them. If you look closely, even the creases are almost identical. They don't seem to have been formed naturally through reading.
Hey, come here. Have a look at this.
What's up, Paimon? What am I looking for?
Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
So these were also just for show.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
Interesting. Wriothesley, did you find something?
Look at what I found.
What am I looking at? This is... Oh, you mean the thing in the back?
This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
That explained why they were all so terrified.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less. Or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
That bitch.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added.
And you couldn't find any
We also
more.
investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything.
Alright, time for a
Their
big
neighbors
search
all say
party
that they
then.
haven't returned home for ages.
They couldn't have escaped the prison after all.
Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
Saudi put a lot of effort into building a front. Their real headquarters are elsewhere.
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
So where is his real base then?
Where can we actually find him?
I mean, I get the fortress is pretty big, but it's not
Let me think.
endless. You just have to
must
search.
be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket.
Alright, let's go find him then.
I'm of the same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
Lower floor, got it. Nope. That's the one. Oh, and we're there immediately.
Did that person flee here?
You have a favorite?
That's the most likely scenario
that?
to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take
Roll
the
in
other.
the back with the hat? That's so. Just because of the design? Are there some interactions that she has that are fun? I assume it's just the design. I mean, totally fair. Why are you stopping? There we go.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
How interesting.
Run!
Hang on. Should be easy enough. Stop! You ain't getting away that easily, dude.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Because we could get intel from him, is that why?
Come on, it's time to talk. Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take
What is
your
that background
cooperation into
sound?
consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy
Now, what's
to
that
expose
sound?
our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
What the
So,
fuck?
in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just
Is
down
there
the
some
pike.
kind of
You'll
clothing
make
of a
it there once
character
you've seen it
freaking
pass
out
through
or
a large
something?
drainage pipe.
Okay, now that's more like it. We'll go there in a
Guards,
second.
take them away.
Well, at least the sound stopped.
Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
Well, that certainly was interesting. You know what? I might as well. It's probably a teleporter down there that I forgore, but let's go the way the game wants me to go. I'm turning. Oh no, teleporter. Well then it's good that I actually took the elevator. Is there anything else down here? No, doesn't look like it. Dugier's Kingdom. Oh, I'm ready, alright, let's go. My team is invincible. Speaking of invincible, did any of you watch the start of the new season yet? The first 2 episodes are already out, right?
There's so much space down
I
here.
am intrigued once again to see how much
Yeah,
suffering there will be in
These are
that
all
show.
former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here.
Don't like Invincible. Too much gore? Too much gore,
It would seem that
probably,
all
for
of
you.
those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us,
Yep,
I'm sure.
there she be. There she be. Also, I get Wriothesley. Yay! Also gotta keep our eyes open for any kind of chest that could be around here. Sometimes they do have like a There's a chest. Didn't even have to keep my eyes that wide open. Okay, let's go. Let's quickly get invulnerability. Okay, Wriothesley, let's go. Punchy boy. Refresh the shield real quick. Get some of that in here. And Punchy boy.
Face your guilt.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dugier really prepared for everything.
Honestly,
That would
though, they were
explain the
weak
strange
opponents.
decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book.
Okay.
It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow.
Which are don't
Members are not
disobey,
permitted
I
to
assume.
speak to each other or to leave without formal permission. 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings. Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water.
Ew.
I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however. And so resentment builds.
Well, they're not
until
allowed to
every
talk with each
prisoner
other
has
anyway,
become an
so...
island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate.
Does he have the power to be the Vision
slaves.
Bearer? Clearly not. Then again, he was fighting a team of 5 this time. The whole thing is an effort... the whole thing is an affront to human dignity.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Ugh. Is that the best example you could come up with?
Yes.
Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and
By
send
the way,
us
can I
crashing into
open
the path
that
of the
chest
storm.
now, Wriothesley? You can keep
Those
talking,
who
but
use
let me
fear
open the
to
chest
lead
in the
others
meantime.
astray must pay for that crime.
I totally agree, but let me open that chest before they pay. Thank you for the primo gems. Oh, looks like we got a puzzle of some kind over here.
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place, but the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Shouldn't be too hard. I'll figure that puzzle out in no time. Honestly, why do they have to make elaborate puzzles for their lock that anyone could figure out with enough effort? Why not just use a plain old simple combination lock?
Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it. Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
Alright, what do you do? Rotate?
Whoa, it's turning! Is it because we touched this thing?
That doesn't help. Rotate again so it goes into the other thing. There we go.
Let's
Code
go.
is 111 1. Reminds me of that one hell of a boss episode as well. Remember the dorks? I wonder when the dorks are gonna show up again. Seems like they would come back for the season 2 finale or something. I don't know. Alright, this is not the door we want to go through. But there is a chest here. Anything else of interest? Well, yes. But nothing over here. Very sad. Okay, fine. Let's go down. Spy trailer from TF2, yeah. I am aware, but it's just, I guess it's more of a common gag to have like the code be that simple. Chest. Primo gems. 2 primo gems, a blessing. What a blessing. Oh, hello. Another chest! So many primo gems! Oh, hello.
A moment, please.
was about to say Booba. Yes, of course, that is totally what Lou was about to say there. I am glad you understood her perfectly. Yeah, that's not worth investigating. Just random artifacts. My artifact inventory is already filling up way too quickly all the time. And that leads back. Actually, no, that doesn't lead back. This is another puzzle room.
Oh, it's so high. We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
We can assume
Activate
this
the
is an
mechanism in
elevator of
front us
sorts.
first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Install limiting device. What does the limiting device do, though? I can only put it on those two things. Operate. I can rotate. Oh. So the limiter that okay, got it. There. Okay, figured it out. Took me a second. Might be gone soon. That's totally fair, Rob. Thanks for being here as long as you have, though. Okay, not an elevator, but that works too.
So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Gotta make sure I'm nice and centered. And up we go. Makes the thing not move. Yeah, I saw. Serena's skill to see what happens.
Stabilize.
Dude, it's so sad. Big sad, huh?
Way now.
And boom. Well, that was easy. And we're back in the center now.
These should be the prison cells.
Or not?
Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts.
And to think, within a decently well-guarded prison, someone was able to do all of this. They really aren't paying enough attention.
Hey, it's alright now. You can leave this place.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. So close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We're actually gonna kill the dude who did this. No, I'm not sure what we're gonna do to him.
We won't be able to get
Actually,
through to her
killing
right
him
now.
would be too much of a
Not with the
mercy.
stress response in the way.
We have to
I'd also guess
permanently
there are many
expose
others
him
here
to
who are
that
more or
black
less like her.
substance.
Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
No, again, killing him would be a mercy. He has to be exposed to that fear and agony for the rest of his miserable existence. I think that would be a fair punishment. These and Festival are still in danger.
Alright. Let's search for an exit first.
You know, the thing he was doing to all these people, he needs to suffer through that forever. What is this? So hungry. So hungry, so hungry, so hungry. Wow. Okay, these people are definitely doing well. Anything in here that I could grab? Like a chest of some sorts? Whoa, that is long text. I'm not reading all of that. It's not required anyway. Alright. So that's where the beam is... yes, that is where it's coming from. So this definitely has to be rotated. And this too. Rotate. Rotate. Limiter. Rotate.
The door's open. Huh. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
It is. Actually, there was something else in here. Can I look at that? Okay. Oh, look, it's that one character.
To you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Finn, it's that one
Understood.
character you like.
And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Mm-hmm. Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here. Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area.
Well,
Don't
then, let's
forget
do
to bring
just
these
that.
along.
I'm bringing them along, alright. I'll remove that limiting device, so I have both of them. There was something over here. View?
This seems to be something like a console.
This is a surveillance terminal. The information collected by the surveillance ports we found previously will be sent here.
Okay,
I'm sure
so now we
Dugier
found
really
that.
enjoyed sitting here and making his people dance like
Destroy
puppets
it.
on strings.
Make sure he can't use it
That
again.
makes Paimon even angrier.
Alright, great. You can stop showing that arrow now. I got it. Okay, we're back. Let's open that big old central door. So I need to direct this here. So this needs to stay where it is. This also needs to stay where it is. And that needs to be rotated twice. Okay, central door opened. Whatever secrets this dude is hiding, this should be where they are. Ugh, cages. So many cages. Oh, there's everyone. He's gonna order them to attack us, and they're gonna listen because they're scared of him. And I'm gonna have to take them all out.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us.
He is aware that
Today you will see
we're
with your
here,
own
right?
eyes what'll happen to those who betray
Considering
our
he
cause.
moved people,
Go on,
he should be
Avis.
aware that we're in here
Pierce his
right
skull
now.
with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores.
Heh, get it? Aqua Dolores, painful water.
Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again.
Literal
and
meaning,
again,
oh god.
And don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Yeah, she won't be doing that because...
Thistle, I'm sorry.
No, you won't be doing that.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak?
Can we just
Our
interrupt
rules are
now?
the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
Your
That's enough,
rules,
Dugier.
huh?
Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Yep.
Oh, Wriothesley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick.
Yeah, do you want to die now? I can arrange that. But, you know, first I have to make you
still
suffer.
refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that,
You're
look at
gonna
your
die.
people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice!
No, that's my
Have
job,
you
actually.
forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held
Well,
dear.
you especially, but
What's
at
so
least some
wrong
people are
about
trying
punishing
to
those who deserve
get
to be
better.
punished? It's what
Some
they've
people are
always
trying to redeem
deserved.
themselves. You're clearly not.
Please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for
And
confinement,
everyone
but
is
also a place for
gone.
rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption
Exactly.
and a new beginning.
Again, 90% of
Our
the people
bodies
here
have
are
limits,
seeking to redeem
But our
themselves.
spirits will always remain
You are not.
free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds.
So
But
are you gonna
you-
fight?
You're
Are you gonna
destroying
try
their
to attack
spirits
me?
with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
Again, if anyone deserves it, it's him.
He's really mad.
I feel the same
You
way.
think me arrogant, Wriothesley? Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever.
Oh, you described
No prisoner
yourself.
will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey.
Really? And what's up with all the other
Just one
prisoners?
step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
More than long enough.
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that
Especially since we have an
case,
entire
I'll give
team
you a
here.
small taste of what real power
Like,
looks
literally, I could fight these things for hours without worrying.
Gather!
You seriously think they're any kind of threat? Look how weak they are. And this is without me using my healer. Oh well, without using my healer to actually heal. Wait, that's it already? No more backup? Oh, never mind, there's some more. Alright, shields up.
Wings of Dark. Dumpy, dumpy,
Wings of Dark. Indeed.
go as one.
Aw, an invisible... There's a shield. Why does there have to be a shield there? Why can't I just attack him directly? There's still a doggy alive. Let's kill the dog.
Go as one.
Wait, punch it to death. There he goes!
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Oh!
Don't high road me.
Try
You're
it.
just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
Where do you even get the... Dude, your aim is shit!
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
Stormtrooper aim, yeah!
Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here.
Says you?
You should send me
Funny how that slipped my mind.
Wow. Yeah,
Well,
I love
from
this cutscene
point
already
on,
as well.
You can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood?
So can we just throw him in like a lake of that black substance? What was it called? Aqua Dolores? Just throw him in like a pool of that stuff and never let him out. I think we can all agree that would be justified punishment. The guards rescue the society members who have been imprisoned at the true headquarters. Wriothesley spends much time with each member, comforting them and extending his personal apologies. Following that, he makes arrangements for follow-up medical care and cleanup work. And thus does the Beret Society debacle truly come to an end.
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
Yes.
No, not at all.
You kept me waiting on the
You were
loading
so
screen, how dare you?
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
Any words? Maybe we should give a more formal apology. I don't accept world requests right now. Something more serious than usual. At least we were able to stop it before it got any worse, right?
Yeah, it's the least that we could do.
Gotta stay positive
So,
here.
do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Why?
That
I
seems
think it's
stupid.
a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment.
Okay,
Of
that's
course,
fair.
that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments.
We're
I'm
getting
going
real
to talk to
creative,
the
huh?
members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
Okay, exactly. Use that Aqua Dolores also. Creative punishments? Are we gonna get some Monokuma level stuff in here? I would certainly be excited to see it. It's the kind of punishment that only the fortress can mete out.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon.
How dare you offend him?
Jokes aside,
Now he must face the
thank
punishment.
you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so... How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
Ah, so we gotta do another time skip.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Wait until 2 days later. 1, 2. I guess I'll wait until morning. Because I didn't look at the actual time I was supposed to wait for. I think it might have been 8 though. I think I might be 2 hours short.
Osmanthus wine tastes.
Oh, 11! Never mind then. Okay, let's go. Let's go grab a meal. What's up, Wriothesley?
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure.
You say that as if I haven't been feeding you or something.
Wriothesley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too!
Speaking of feeding
Jokes
Paimon,
aside,
guess
I've
who
got
finally
some
got
good news.
Paimon's food fund?
After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to
I
extract
have
the
it
thorns.
now.
Which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Wriothesley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
I have a question for you, actually.
Please, go ahead.
Your flashbacks when you picked up the gem.
That's a bit of a long story. I once
A
had
story that
similar
would work for a
experience.
second
It
act,
had to do
maybe?
with the host family I lived with as a child. I was
Never
an
mind, we're
orphan,
getting it now.
adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
Oh?
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale.
Wow.
All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child?
Okay,
All of
damn,
my
we got
friends,
some
all
dark
of my
backstory
siblings,
here.
They all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile.
Wow.
I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing.
LOL, there's
Worse,
nothing to LOL about
perhaps they
here.
never cared about that at all. But I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes
Damn.
and exiled to the fortress of Meripede. My methods were extreme, yes.
But
I was still a
understandable.
teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most, and I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved.
I don't really know what to say.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Ah, how is you two doing?
Oh, it's a Vincent Fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Glad to hear it.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
Oh? Wriothesley gonna be your best
We met
man,
each
or is it
other
gonna
through
be
the
me?
society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even
Who's the
during
best
our
man?
time
Come
there,
on.
We never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory.
Why not?
So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's
What
no
an
reason to say
occasion!
no, is it?
The first
I'll
wedding in
make
the
arrangements.
fortress!
If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
We can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here.
Quote-unquote special
so now
memories,
it'd be too hard to leave. And we have full confidence in the
I hate
fortress's
this.
future with you at the helm. Your Grace.
Then there's us, who,
Your
specifically
trust is the
me, who's
highest
forever
form of
alone.
praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like
Aw,
to stay
game
of their own free
freeze.
will?
Sad.
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
Alright, and with that, it is done. Which also means I should be able to claim my dailies now, right? Just making sure. Yup. See, I didn't need to do a single daily commission and I got them all claimed. Okay. And now... it's time for the thing we are actually waiting for. As we heard earlier before we started finishing the Wriothesley story quest, we are allowed to leave now. Leave the
Please,
fortress,
sign here.
finally.
This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Meripede via the regular channels.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and...
Enfeeble? After using a scroll? So it's a curse. Does it just weaken the weapon then? Or something? I would assume. Oh!
What's happening?
Are you okay? Should we go back? Is the primordial seawater escaping again already?
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
Let's go ask the Duke.
Yeah, I imagine the primordial seawater is escaping again. After we literally just solved the problem previously. There's no way it's already causing problems again. Also, Wriothesley, I know we were just talking, but I'm back. Missed me?
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface.
Oh, all the more reason for us to get out right
now.
now.
As the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
I mean, I kind of figured,
So
but
the
still I was
fortress is
worried.
okay?
See you in a bit then, Spinne, by the way.
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened.
Thankfully, we're allowed to leave today
By the
anyway.
way, do you know what day it is today?
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Wait, seriously?
Actually, today is the day we say goodbye to the fortress.
Ah, yes. Have you completed your release papers?
We were just at the front desk. Then that rumble happened, so...
It's you two. Are you leaving now?
That we be.
Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice.
A lot of people have helped us out.
Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now.
Which is probably
Then
why
be
so many
sure to
people
come
choose
back
to
and
stay
visit.
after their sentence
Miss
ends.
you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure. Let's go.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
No, he's totally gonna see us off. We helped a lot in here. We even completed his story
so
quest.
You do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
No, that's alright. It's not like we'll never visit again. No, come on. Let's get out. Let's walk to the entrance as a group.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
Yeah, if you get
I
lucky.
hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirabine is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Nervlev was the one who asked us to come here, we should probably go report to him.
Yeah.
Next up, the Palais Mermonia.
Welcome back, Shbini. We are about to leave.
Please pass on our kind regards.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of
He's
troubles.
totally overwhelmed. Anyway, let's go. Talk to Wriothesley? Wait. Go to the Palais. Dum-de-dum. There we go. I guess I'll just teleport now. Least favorite lolly. She's confusing because they say she's Melusine, but she looks too human. So she's definitely like a mix. She has to be. What do you mean? Oh, for fuck's sake, really? That's bad. Wait, what? You bastard are blocking my story. How dare you? It's nice to see you. It's not nice to see you. How are you doing? Packs under your eyes. You can barely speak. You should take a break. Good enough. Rewrite. Official business. Require my assistance with. Please wait for a moment. I must get back to writing. Not formal enough. I don't like this. I want to do this. So nice to see you. How are you doing? It really is not nice to talk to these dudes when I want to do the fucking main story quest. Hey, was it? No, I did not come for a coffee. None of you surprised to see me here before. Two, those guys were so loud and pounding than anything else. And I thought I was going to be kicked out. Not to worry, the guards let you in, so why would I chase you out? Example of delegation of authority and responsibility. Pleasure to meet you. It is not a pleasure to meet you. Hello. To work in as an assistant secretary due to some rather messy circumstances, transferred to logical and precise deductions, able to find solutions to many previously problems. Bit much. I merely transferred from my previous work experience. Blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up and let me do the main story quest, you fucking assholes. In story. That's what I'm trying to do. I know. Crop, I'm in of work, applying the well-developed films of human interactions, great assistance, and that means what now? Skilled in considering all sides. Then consider my side of wanting to ignore you and do the story. That's weight of words. Sure seems to be working hard. Can you keep doing that without my involvement? How to pass out. Walk sooner or later. Should I? Oh, writing the document, he will not remember his lesson. Full of idealistic fantasy about working as like. Yeah, sure. Still listening 1.5 years. I mean, you can always go back and check. Don't know how to write those documents. You're quite direct. You see here. What brings me here? Quite simply the main story, not this bullshit. Suddenly runs over in a panic. All doom and ruin. He's typing, suddenly discovered the keycap was missing. Look nearby, maybe it just fell onto the ground. Stuck in a book or sandwiched between documents. I don't care. Look for it yourself. It's a pen holder or your sleeve. A hair or a teacup. Looked everywhere. Even my pockets, shoe bottoms. Searched all over. Gosh, Cornelia. Yeah, do that. Why do I have to be here for this? Myself, shouldn't keep it still long. Spend your own money. Property of the Mason. File application with improper procedure. Shut the fuck up. Let that guy talk to Nouvellette. Exactly. Doesn't cost much at all. Authority and responsibility. Repairing the public property. Shut the fuck up. I hate these people. First man, expensive will be a year. It will be unclear where the money came from. I'll go right now. Yeah, go. Buying something is such a pain. Quite normal around here. Please, this way, let's go. No! Why do I have to come along? Why do I have to come along for this bullshit? Can't you do that yourself? Help you. Hello, nice to meet you. It is really not. The typewriter is missing a keycap. Reimburse the purchase. Expensive keycap. That wouldn't be a problem in principle. Sign your name here. Requesting reimbursement. Replacing key. Yeah. Get to work. Reimbursement of the purchase. I don't spam through these quests. I still kind of try to read through them, just so I know at least kind of what's going on. Reports. Right to the approval. And you know what's annoying? This is a quest line that is purely text-based and nothing else. This is nothing but pure text without anything for us to actually do. Which makes the quest line oh so much fun to play. Submitted to Monsieur Nouvellette himself. Well, I want to talk to that dude. Interview is complete and everything is signed. Question about... Thanks, Spinne. Preparing to submit our first batch of reports. Might require Monsieur Nouvellette himself. I am about to talk to him. You know what? If you let me go and stop talking, then I will bring whatever document along and ask him to sign it. Just please shut the fuck up. Total expense for a month are large indeed. Sure. Isn't that the Chief Justice? Oh, Paimon, really? Isn't that the Chief Justice? Feel right. Isn't there some other way? So, after it's keycap, we don't want to trouble him with it. Yourself first, and I can provide the acknowledgement. Reimburse the process payment, blah blah blah. Let's do that. I can pay for it. Please sign here. Due to typewriter malfunction, are you going to purchase a replacement? Yes, indeed. Anything wrong? Take to sign. Shut up. I spam through all world quests. I don't. I still read it. Like, I do do speed reading where I like absorb half of it maybe, but still. So much. Go and buy it. Please. Thank you! Finally, that took long enough. Voice dialogue, I don't need to know what they're talking about. It's not that important if there's no voice, that's true.
Sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Nouvellette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me.
Paimon's
Would you
mic
mind
just
helping me
died.
take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
I wonder why the mic died.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Alright, Nouvellette. I have arrived.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first.
Which are?
In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's alright, we just ate.
Hydro Dragon D's nut.
Very well then.
Let's take a break over there while we
I
wait
wonder
for
if he
him to
would be
finish his work.
confused if we just said that to him. I don't think he would understand the D's nuts joke. He would probably just be so confused.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede.
Indeed.
And it appears that you have managed to complete all the release paperwork.
Indeed.
That's
So
right.
about that
I'm
earthquake,
excited to see you right away.
Paimon tell Novelet everything that happened, Primordial Sea incident, as well as your dreams regarding
Hmm.
Child.
A massive whale.
I understand what you mean.
What
Yeah.
that might be?
Judging
That
from
seems
your
like the kind of
description,
line he'd say.
that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the Primordial Sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Damn.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? Is he okay?
He's not from Fontaine, so he won't dissolve.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself.
There's something we'd like to ask you about.
Yes. What is it?
What was that tremor we felt earlier? Finally bringing that up. It works and the counters when you have your guard down. Yes, the ultimate counter.
Ah, right. Paimon felt it too.
That could also be
He
him.
said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
Actually, what
It
if
turns
we
out
explain
that I
it to
just received
him?
a report about this
He
particular
understands it as
matter.
we
In fact,
explain it
that's
to
exactly
him.
what I was busy
And
with a minute
then,
ago.
as soon as he understands it, he asks another question, seemingly to get more info about how it works and that is then him just hitting us with the hard counter. Like, at first he genuinely doesn't understand, and then he turns it around. That is probably what would happen with Nouvelet.
The
My
source
guess.
of the tremor was here on the
Oh, it's
surface near
Farida with
Poisson.
it, yes!
After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
He would hit Farida with it after he understood it.
Oh no. What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned to normal now. However, I still
Batu
have
again?
a bad feeling
Ooh,
about the whole
nice.
phenomenon.
Also,
if
hi,
the change in
Spooky.
water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her.
Yes, Spina di Rosula headquarters is there.
I would
Let's
also
go right
like
away.
to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
Sounds like a plan.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
To Chrising Gundam. Ah, I know the pain. You know what? Should I quickly go and do a little side stop to grab that statue? That one's a little bit further away, but this one is essentially right next to a teleport point. You know what, I'm gonna grab that statue real quick before I continue. Since I'm teleporting right now anyway. No harm in doing that. Uncovering the new map on stream. So I can then explore off stream. There it is. Wow, I can't believe we didn't see that before. Or maybe it was always there and I just didn't see it because I'm blind. You knew, but I don't care right now. This is my favorite. We all like Gundam. We like Chuuni characters, okay? You can't go wrong with a good old Chuuni. It's never there. And yeah, he does risk his life. Alright, let's see the new map. Ah, and there's another harbor. Okay. Okay, I see. Where could that connect to? Maybe over here? Maybe that's where they can go to do trade with Mondstadt? Would have to go all the way around. Well, I'm sure we'll see eventually. You know what? I'll uncover the entire map while I'm at it. The river? Alright, the river in Sumeru? In here? Thought I would connect to over here. Ha, monster, oh, here you do. Mean that. Makes me cry even more. Can't starve anymore, so... I need to exit first. Monster trades with Sumeru. Right. I mean, they all gotta be interconnected somehow. Okay, here's the dealio. We'll uncover the map real quick, and then we'll be back on the story. I just want to have my first look at the map while streaming. I can then explore and grab all the teleport points later, whenever. But actually seeing the map, yeah. And we'll do overtime. We might do overtime, we'll see. Something, I mean, better than the secret revealing? Like, goddamn. What secret revealing? You mean like in the first game or something? Like the initial, like one of the early motives? But I mean, come on, literally being forced to starve to death. Monokuma really not holding back with that one. I don't care what's going on over here, I'm busy. Yeah, trigger Happy Havoc. Proof of Arena now? Maybe in my next Genshin stream, so I have more primos I can pull with at once. I want to save up a little bit more, you know? Because I don't have a lot yet. I really don't. Oh no, there's a section over here where you can't see the border of Fontaine. I can usually see like the waterfall border, but right here it's cut off. Oh no, how sad. Alright, let's actually progress. Right, I gotta exit out of here first. Must be a new area. Totally, right? Thanks for the head pads, by the way. Croissant. I think there might have been a teleport down there too, but oh well. Ooh, also a hydrate. Thank you. Probably in my best interest to the cough and everything. Yeah, I should just grab the teleport that's already down there. It was just hidden, you know? Sip, sip, sip that wobber. Yes.
Oh no. What happened here?
All the buildings here seem to be in pretty rough shape now. There's nobody around. Were they all dissolved? No, let's not assume the worst yet. Croissant.
Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... Paimon means we need to check on her.
Yeah, we'll check on her. We'll check on her, don't you worry. That's a non-issue. Everything is 100% fine.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
I know what you mean, Paimon.
What will I ever do now?
You need help getting down from there?
There's someone on the roof over there.
Oh, your father.
Just
Damn.
stay put. We're coming up. Watch your
And
balance.
no one can save up for her anymore. True.
All right.
Just hurry! I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own?
You won't. You should dissolve yourself now.
My Desiree!
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Damn.
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand.
Is your buzzed hair? Yo. Yo. No. Alright, anyone here who's okay? Anyone here who's not in the process of dying? God damn it, she's alive. I mean, hey, she's alive!
Are you okay?
Akuma showed up. Yeah. This was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in Fontaine history.
You're here.
Hey, Navia.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
I mean, that's your fault for living in a cave near the coast. Of course, this place would get flooded relatively quickly if the water levels rise.
Next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood.
A doctor. Send them to the fortress.
In the meantime.
Best doctor around, I guess.
All right, you'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Canus VA in this game?
Allow me to explain.
I don't think so. I don't think I've heard him anywhere.
A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise.
Wow, that's quiet.
At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. But before
It's,
we
just,
knew
it's
it,
not just me, right? That voice line is
water
definitely more
started
quiet.
pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed a little odd.
Why was that one line
like
so,
the
more
unique color
quiet?
of primordial seawater. Some people
But damn, I would like to
didn't
hear
realize the
Gundam's VA
danger
in
and thought
this.
it was just ordinary water leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street
Come on.
who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape.
We have 2 Chunies already. We need a male
As the water
Chuny.
levels rose,
We need a Gundam.
They suddenly disappeared. They were all dissolved.
Okay, so
Those
how
who
many?
realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from
We're gonna be a
significant
Gundam Tanaka.
heights.
To English
This team
VAs,
of
not the
heroes
anime
initiated
VA,
rescue
the
operations
game
as
voice
quickly as
actor,
possible.
obviously.
But there have been a lot of casualties.
Again, I still think it's horrible,
The water
absolutely
began to recede after
disgusting,
some time, and the chaos came to an
straight
end.
up gross, and unbelievable that they could not get the original voice actors for the anime. Why did they entirely recast everyone for the anime adaptation? And for the anime original storyline? It's horrible. Anyway, back to
The
Genshin.
water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
Oh boy.
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
It's all Child's fault. Calling it now.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Yeah, we're here to help.
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Wait, we're missing some people, aren't we? Stop the fake tears. Yeah, totally fake tears. By the way, where are Malice and Silver? Don't tell me they both. Yeah, no, they both. Okay.
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
I'll be right there.
Okay, we lost some peeps. Got it. Yikes.
Sorry, I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Yeah, we picked up on that, huh? That reaction when we asked about them. Now I walks too many people organizing various matters. The decisions are clear and consider her face too fast.
And we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance.
There's no way. There's no way Kyoko's VA is Venti's VA. You are joking. They sound so different. I mean, that's what makes a good voice actor, I guess, being able... But like, seriously... Oh my god. Well, that is interesting to know.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Huh? Right now?
I understand.
Thank you.
I'll go here so I don't have to climb. So yeah, some people died. But again, look at that. They live in a cave right next to the ocean, where there's water already flowing in, and they're surprised that when the sea levels rise, which they have been prophesied to, and which they have been doing for a while, that for some reason they would be affected down there. Who could have seen it coming? Look at me victim blaming, but still. You gotta admit they should have seen something like this coming.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
There's no need to push yourself so hard. You lost some people, I am aware. There's those crying animations again. Ever since they made those crying animations, they really liked using them, huh? Two absolute chads,
Sorry.
yup.
I just... Malus and Silver, they won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Yeah.
What happened to them?
Paimon, are you that stupid? I'm sorry for your loss.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were
So they
caught
died
in the
saving
water.
people. Absolute chats to the end then, huh?
What should we do?
I've known them for so long.
Died a hero,
And I know
yup.
they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
There's the
Everything
chats
looks
again.
So clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Oh, too soon, too soon.
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, demoiselle.
Lucine?
Hey!
That's one way to
stop
remember
joking
them,
around.
yeah.
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes
boy.
sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
Oh, god
Besides you,
damn it.
demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
So she will come here to honor them in the
Are you
future as
bringing
well.
this up
I
all of
mean,
a sudden?
their bodies can't be retrieved
Seriously?
after all, so
All
you can do is
I'll
pick a
remember
location
your
where you honor
request.
them.
But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else.
I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true.
No wishes can
now
come
that I
true,
think
I know
about
that firsthand.
That never
God damn it, my
solely
luck is
relied on
awful.
me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much
And she
time
would
as
be
you
place
need,
number
dear
one.
Navia.
She
We'll
would be.
stay with you.
Again, I think... Well, the Fontaine story is basically where they got the new crying animation, right? Pretty sure we haven't seen it before, Fontaine. So obviously number one crier of Genshin Impact would be someone from Fontaine, and it just so happens that, yeah, she is showing the most emotions out of everyone so far. But yeah, we're here for you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means.
Using the crying animation. We paid for it, so we better be able to use it.
You can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Jolienne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still.
Yeah, that's quite a few.
It's okay.
That's quite a few people.
I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
No one's sacrifice is truly necessary. The story in the Primordial Sea, if we have to, just use the tears. It doesn't matter what happens in the story. Let everyone die.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last
Oh
met.
boy, hello. Harbinger time.
The knave? What are you doing here?
You came out of nowhere.
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request.
Oh, they're working
All
together?
the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground.
Damn,
As for the
okay.
supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We
I
just
mean, I
met
guess they
recently.
do.
Right, Miss Navia?
I mean,
Usually, I would
the
call
knave
this a
does want to
coincidental
help
encounter.
out
That
Linny and
doesn't quite
Lynette.
fit this time. Besides, it never even
So,
crossed my mind
I
that
guess their
Fatui
interests
Harbinger
do
would come
align
looking
here
for
right
me.
now when it comes to saving these people.
Thanks to the knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing.
I still don't
That
like the
said,
Fatui, but
must
I
say that you're
appreciate
a lot
that.
sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with.
Yeah, I
My
wouldn't
subordinates
advise
have
you to work
reported
with
that
them too
Fatui
much.
soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, consider me surprised
This is
as
nothing
well.
to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations
More on
to
our
act
side than
forcefully,
on the
whether
Fatui
they are
side.
doing good
We'll
or
see.
ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've
Wait,
told
3.
this traveler before, I know
Got
of
Wanderer
the
too.
prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster.
The thing is, Wanderer actually joined our side and he's not even remembered by the Fatui. Child is literally still on the Fatui side. We're pals and everything, but he still works in the interest of the Fatui. And will keep doing that. As much as he considers us pals, he will always put the interests of the Tsaritsa first. And I'm sure the knave will be very much the same. Won't work against us unless he's ordered to. In fact, if he was ordered to attack us, I'm sure he would be delighted, because he would absolutely enjoy the opportunity to fight us in full seriousness again.
Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have
Trials
arrived
of
a
the
little
heart before
earlier
the
to
Fatui.
prevent this from
You know what?
happening.
That I can agree with.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything
That seems
you
very
could.
likely, considering everything we've seen so
As
far.
Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying
Buddy
some
with us.
noble
True, we are
sounding
buddy
words.
with our kids.
But right now, there's nothing more suitable. really did become heroes.
I mean, come on, we
You're
broke
right.
them.
I'm sorry
We
for
helped
your
them
loss,
so
Miss
much.
Navia.
We helped them not go to jail. And then they went to jail later anyway. But we helped them the first time around. We cleared their
It
name.
also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention.
Of course they do. You take care of those children.
By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just...
I see, so everyone has words that are ruined for them, Hashbinner.
This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in.
Alright.
Traveler,
What
I'm
is it
sure
then?
you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I
Is
both
now the
know that there may
opportunity
be
then?
issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the fortress of Maripide's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
So the time for jolly cooperation has come.
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways.
Then I guess that's gonna be our next
Judging
target,
by the
huh?
dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove
Damn.
extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So if you're busy doing that, you want
So
me to explore.
That's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents.
Probably better that way, because having them
Linny
near
told
the
me that
primordial
outside of
seawater
the
would
house,
be too
the person they
dangerous.
trust most is you. Which is why I want to give you this task.
Oh, why thank you. Can you trust an outsider like me? So, the weirdest idea? What weird idea?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such.
Oh, the
even though
fear
you're
thingy?
not
Yeah.
from the house.
Of
I'm sure you already understand
Not during
how
November,
earnest
please.
they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Yay, we family!
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some
Also,
ruins,
thank you,
right?
Spinner.
We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
Remember, it could be risky if there's actually primordial seawater there.
You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad.
What do you mean her
yes,
hands are weird?
I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing.
Yeah, let's go
There's
through her
no
gloves.
point
Maybe
in
they
being
go.
depressed
Or
when
she
we
has
still
nails
have a
on her
disaster
gloves.
our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind
You don't need
off
to
the
do your
loose and
nails
so
if they're already part of your outfit. Navia's strong, but she needs company right now. Maybe that company. Maybe we can be
Since
that
you put
company if it comes
way,
to it.
I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
We'll go to the ruins together.
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Alright, in a second. By the way, I just want to confirm. Oh wow, I have so many useless things that are still marked as new. Shut up about all of this being new. Look! Told you, Spinne! I have Paimon's food fund! Haha! Paimon used part of her personal food fund to pay for your commission fee. Think about it, she probably has more squirreled away, doesn't she? Where did you get that from? What would you like to know? Alright, I can tell you. It's that one quest where we give someone Paimon's bath water to drink. That one. It's a world quest in Fontaine that was available before the recent map expansion. Yeah, that weirdo. Yeah, that weirdo indeed.
Osmanthus.
He's Paim. Up to you. I still have to do some research at some point. I don't like to double down on the same franchise. That is one thing I've set for myself. But you can post whatever the fuck you want. Because I didn't even force you to participate. But yeah, I for one am gonna research. In my case, it actually is research. Painful research. Same character twice. Or the same as you. I mean, fair. Again. As I said, I'm just gonna see what... every day I'm like, okay, what franchise could I look into today? And then I look. And then I find.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Just
I
be
will
careful.
remember that future. I imagine that future too. Why did I remember? You remember a future? We all remember the future, huh? That future is gonna be amazing. Place of Secrets. Start. Alright, I'm ready. Let's check this place out. Trial character? No, no trial character. Can't trial now. Yeah, that is so sad. She doesn't have a lawyer, so we can't trial her. You know what? That is totally understandable reasoning. Hello.
Yeah.
All right. Doing meteor and then shield. Do extra damage. Because I have a bad habit of not using my bursts very frequently. Especially if my opponents aren't particularly strong. Although I should get into the habit of using them more frequently because they recharge so quickly anyway. Seriously, we recharge so quickly.
Stabilize.
Primo gems. Oh. Really? Well, that's just me being an idiot and trying to look around too much when I should clearly just move on to the next location. But there was a chance I might miss another chest, you know? Okay, fine, I'm moving on.
The This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
All the more reason why a certain someone named Navia should not be here.
Too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
You should go back to safety, Navia. Jump in.
Right. You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's
I mean, you not Navia. No, Navia. Jump in. Do it.
Here. Don't get by my wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
You're useless.
No,
it's just that you're
right.
useless.
I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
Maybe there's no way back.
That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
And that's exactly why I was of the opinion that she shouldn't come along at all.
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So staying here wouldn't be safe either.
Yep. Coming in here was a
together with
mistake. I'm sorry, Navia,
We'll
you
find
messed
the
up.
exit just up ahead.
Seems like there isn't any other option.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
There's still a chance she might die. Maybe the reason we don't get her as a trial character is because she actually dies in this story. And won't become a playable character.
Oh no, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
Okay, fine. Yay. It just teleports me out. Sad. Can walk over the water. I mean, yeah, she can walk on water, but it is interesting to know that she can walk in the primordial sea water as well. So I can go over here. Well, at least she won't starve in here if she wants to eat all cabbage head. She turns water into wine. Imagine. If Paimon's bathwater was already that valuable, imagine the Hydro Archon's bathwater. Incredible value. Whoa, the zoom out suddenly, okay.
Wait, there's something wrong with this bridge. Run for it!
Okay. Cutscene, maybe? Too many. And that's when she dies. Sorry, Navia, it was nice knowing you. What? Main character voice line, let's go! Told you she would die.
Demoiselle.
Huh?
Whoa.
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Maloose.
You know, part of me could say, hey, it's a flashback. But flashbacks are always differently designed. It's always that, like, filter over top. I mean, this is also a filter, but still. It's that... It's a different color than regular flashbacks. And it is, like, wavy, like water. So this is not a flashback. Is this some kind of afterlife that happens when you become one with the primordial sea? Everything is... Okay, you know what? You're right. Everything is normal. Totally normal.
Oh. Was I sleeping?
Yeah, I should just continue.
It would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Navia!
Right.
Come to your senses.
I nearly forgot.
Don't slip away into this murky abyss of the
It
afterlife.
must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This
Come
is
back
a
to us,
familiar
Navia.
feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Wake up. Snap
Do you
back to
remember
reality.
Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
Wake up!
It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
Please come back to us, Navia. I
Great.
know I said
Thanks
you
to
would
your
die,
help,
but
those bothersome
still.
merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here.
Oh, something important, something special, something that might trigger some sort
Miss
of memory.
Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared.
No, just flower
Please
seeds.
take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Ah, did you cultivate them yourself?
Come
Thank you
on,
so
Navia.
much. I'll certainly take them.
Reality
Malus,
is waiting
we do
for
still have
you.
some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here.
Oh, you're realizing something?
Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
It's
We must
everyone
mind the
who
time,
did it.
Demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you.
They all did
Please, come to
it.
the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get
Trial, huh? Is this something related to the original sin?
All right then.
That was all that everyone kept talking about before? Curious, isn't it?
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
Oh boy.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people.
Do you now?
Desiree.
Yeah, they all did!
Julien. Essen.
They're all
Why are so
dead!
many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge... huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
He's not dead.
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
When is she gonna realize? I mean, she already knows that something's definitely off, but still, come on, they're all dead.
What kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor.
Yes.
The head of the Spina di Rasula. Someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson.
And that's a crime
After
somehow.
you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rasula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Are they gonna accuse her of being the one at
Wait a
fault
moment.
that everyone's dead?
Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable.
And that's
We are
why you
one
must
big
become part of
family.
the
All of us who are from Poisson
Primordial Sea,
inextricably
huh?
linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh? What are you
He's saying they're all dead.
Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
Come on! You don't...
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
Because you gon' die.
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it.
Oh,
This trial is...
are the chats gonna be chats again? Is it time to chat up?
This isn't right!
They're chat... Okay, the chats are back.
What was that,
They
Mr.
may be
Willis?
dead, but they be
Our
smart.
conclusion is very clear and unanimous.
Imagine being this
Let
much of a
the
chat
court
even after
judge
you
her
die,
now.
after you've
She's
died.
Guilty.
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mistress Ronville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She
Well,
merely
still.
acted as an individual.
Also, hello,
extending
Spinner.
her hand
Just
to
in
help
time
others.
to see the chats
Please do
being
not
chats
mistake
again,
her
even after
actions
death.
as being otherwise.
Really?
The ultimate
As
chats.
an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro.
Some master
Even if
detective
Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance,
But there is no
that
Neuvillette
doesn't
because he
change
isn't
the fact
dead.
that her beautiful soul must return to everyone.
That is what is
Water
happening here.
accepts
I mean,
all,
yeah, the
blends
consciousnesses in the
with all.
primordial seawater
It
are
will surely accept
trying
her
to get her to
kindness.
stay in the primordial sea.
Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
The chats disagree.
You would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Not some kind of hive mind.
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and
The Jards
I
are
shall
still
defend
truly
the
being
Moselle.
Jards. Yup.
And that is how we
Again,
will
imagine.
enforce
I said it
justice.
before, I'll say it again. Imagine being this much of a Chad after you've already died.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning.
She gon' come back.
Karina,
How about you
Desiree,
don't?
Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Come back to the world of the living.
Don't
Now's
be
your
afraid.
chance, I assume.
Don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all.
Are you though?
We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn?
Yes.
How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia.
She gon' wake up any second now.
After all that happened, she should not
Ooh.
be left alone in Poisson.
Hello.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent
That's a lot of
individual?
oceanids.
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia, she...
Silence.
What the fuck? How did you get here?
That's...
Nouvellette, you are not dead. What the fuck are you doing here?
Monsieur
Suddenly Nouvellette.
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just
True, here's the
presented are
dragon.
nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Well, you're gonna have to. They've already been here for longer.
I
They
couldn't
probably
resist
can't be
making
saved
one little
anymore.
joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
The tier budget is really paying off, huh?
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, demoiselle.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
Welcome back!
You're
Top
awake.
10 saddest anime
Good.
devs. So how did you find us, Nouvellette?
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
I know he the
Did
dragon.
you have a nightmare?
Yes.
Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
But you,
What is it?
I think I saw two Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Lucky bitch.
Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Well, Dragon's power was split to give the Archons go. Yeah, yeah. Too bad that some nations in Azuma don't have a dragon anymore. So people that are dissolved become Oceanids?
Perhaps those two
Oceanids
were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing
to boost
so
her own
even
power.
after death.
Yeah. Imagine killing your dragon.
Please come with me.
Sad.
Neverlet, are you okay?
Hmm? Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden?
He's not the only one who's still. I mean, what?
Who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
I mean, that's understandable.
Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose so.
By the way, Sigewinne sends her regards. I forgot to mention that before.
Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
The Pat sticker.
And the Duke also says hi.
Pat's a Melusine. Nice.
He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meropide.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then.
You're the expert here, Paimon. What should we talk about? If anyone's good at just chatting away without stop, it's Paimon.
So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yes, of course.
Also, I wonder. I know the people from Fontaine can be dissolved by primordial seawater, but would the power of the dragon and or Archon be enough to resist it if they came in contact with it directly?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies.
We know he can
to the
block
area.
it using a seal,
Amid my
but still.
astonishment, I ran into the Knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Literally was in the water. Cutscene of Act 3. He was surrounded by it, but I don't think he came in contact with it, did he? Did it touch him? Okay, then I might be misremembering some stuff. Okay, I thought he didn't come in direct contact with it. Might have to rewatch that cutscene at some point.
We planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
I hope Navia can get back on her feet.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
I have to look for chests.
Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
You never know where they could hide something.
Oh no, another unstable path.
Whoa,
Watch
lag.
your step.
Wow, what is with that insane lag? Just skipped everything? Fine, I'll go back down. Everything being a short fight? What unstable path?
By royal
So wait, you can just go around and skip this. Do you even get a reward for this fight? I was just exploring outside because I thought there might be a hidden chest or something. I guess you can just skip it. I wonder if that was intentional. Alrighty then, what's in here? They're already taking damage, great.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Hey, Spinne. See what I mean with the burst recharges quickly? I used it, instantly killed them, and I already have it back. There really is no reason for me not to use my burst. Nice sticker though. Chest!
Gather!
Ah, more enemies. Great.
Yeah.
This is order. Solidify!
Dumpty Dumpty Go! Boing boing boom!
Crumble!
Start. What do you do? Imagine we just start a machine and now everything starts flooding again. We are the ones who cause everyone in Fontaine to become dissolved. And up we go. Check for chests. Nothing. Alright, then we're moving on. This sure is a big domain. And to think this was just some small ruin on the outside. Again, as with any domain in Genshin, essentially. Ah, sad. And we're locked in. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, I guess.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
There seems to be something on the wall. Also, I guess we won't be raiding anyone today. Just looking at the viewer count.
Slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave
Also,
them be
nice.
for
You're
now.
already getting to level 80 for Arena. That's fast.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past. Say what?
A prophecy.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
There's a person kneeling.
Wow, those people must be whales. Only explanation.
Dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this... what is this? Some kind of island in the sky?
Is it supposed to be representing Celestia?
Lady Farina in the third image?
It
Did
is,
the
isn't
Hydro
it?
Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
There's only one island sky, not really.
The
Yeah, I
people
know,
will
there's
all
more.
be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Yes, they do seem to match. Oh?
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Let's see if we can find some
Don't blame
pieces
yourself,
of it.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Or maybe the entire
Deciphering
thing is still
ancient
intact
stone
somewhere.
slates isn't one of your duties.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just
Yeah, the
looking
Serena's
at these
bad water, all the stone slates, yes.
That it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
They remember the future. Yeah. Every day, they remember future, where everyone is dead. The issue is the order of the third and fourth images, right?
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
And it was also quite concerning. What's another people in the image confessing
If we go
to?
by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture? Also,
Apologizing
I'm still
for her
wondering
people.
why these ancient stone slates
Taking
are
the
here
blame
at
for
all.
her nation or something.
Judging
That
from
could
their
also be.
contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
Good question, Paimon.
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case,
You
there's
think
no
she will
time
talk?
to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Wait, shouldn't we take pictures and show those to Farina? I mean, we have a camera, right? I feel like that would be a thing that the character in lore should definitely do. Honestly, who created the slates doesn't matter now. The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretells or not. Chest! Primo gems, my beloved.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
Alright, Navia, you do that shit, and we shall find the Hydro Archon herself.
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone.
No time for rest.
Traveler,
we must continue.
Talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates.
By
I'm
tomorrow
sure that
morning,
you're
you mean
concerned
right
about this
now?
matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
Did we take the pictures and hand them to
She
you,
has
so you
long
have
been
like
harboring
something backing you
secrets
up
and
there?
will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you as ever. So please don't think you're an imposition. Alright. I'll be on my way then.
Yeah, and don't fall into any more primordial seawater. Very important. Now we will let both depart. You and Paimon head to the Spina de Rosula base at Fleuve Cendre. Yes. Auto teleport, let's go.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Wow, they be mighty generous, aren't they?
There's good food too! No, the boss is the best.
You did great as well, Paimon, I guess.
Ooh, desserts! Nice, these are all Paimon's!
Everyone just left. Is that Mona?
Oh, that voice.
What the fuck is you doing here?
Huh? It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
I could ask you the same question. What the fuck? I did not expect to see you here. I like how there's only one person left to watch the stream. And that person is Spinne, apparently. Did the stars not tell you that we might be here?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontainian, are you, Mona?
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadt surname?
Maybe. Also Hydro? Yeah, I mean, again,
well,
not like
used to
that
have
would
my
connect you
own
to the nation of
surname, which
Hydro,
was,
but still.
well, some
would be
other
a fun
thing.
coincidence.
Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name. There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it
Who
is
needs
now
to
according
sleep?
to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so.
You know what? The viewer count doesn't actually make sense. You wanna know why? Because I know Spin is in chat, and I know I have the stream open separately as well. Which means there should be at least 2 people. So why do I have 1 viewer? Or, sorry, 1 viewers. Twitch, you being real funny today, huh? And may I ask what your master's name is?
Astromancer, Barbeloth, Trismegistus.
Also, Gabe is still in chat. What the fuck, Twitch?
Whoa, that's a long one.
You just wanna mess with my statistics?
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice-as-great Scholar of the Stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I know, right?
That's just
How
how
you
she is.
it?
She
Could
used
be.
to call herself Magistus,
I just think
actually,
that Twitch is
but
messing
when
with
she
me.
took me in, she
Anyway,
changed her
even
name
with
to
3 people
Tris
here, I still
Magistus.
wouldn't raid.
Talk about excessive.
Actually, maybe with 3 people.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
Triple appetite Paimon.
Terrible!
But it wouldn't make sense.
But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in
Oh yeah, I was
Fontaine,
directly
right?
involved with a lot of that.
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Really now? Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy, Mona?
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of Ultivat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
So, what do we do then?
Sounds really
Who
powerful
could it
and
have
all,
been
but
from?
Does such a person really exist?
Or, well, they did exist at
course.
least.
The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy.
Huh? Are you sure? All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face.
What?
I'll tell you when
Hoodie, how's it going? How's it going? What were you up to? Were you also playing Genshin? Were you progressing with the story? I assume you were.
Well,
Hope you had a nice
this is
stream.
something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you!
Hope you're doing well. Welcome, Raiders.
You know the star's the best!
Indeed. That's the spirit.
As you can see, we are currently talking to a character I
came to see
really
what all
did
the
not
commotion
expect
was
to
about.
see here.
If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Like, seriously, I really wasn't expecting to see
Guess
Mona.
we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
Biggest damn shocker. Yeah, she just comes out of
It's
nowhere.
rushing water. And here we are with
Also,
the Spina
did you
god
see
giving us
that?
suspicious looks.
She used a running animation. Although when you play as her, you never run. Because you always turn into a puddle while running. Shock. Big shock. Oh no, really, I do hope you had a nice stream. I'm actually gonna wrap it up soon-ish as well. You don't see her again. So, well, maybe we'll see her again at some point. I mean, this was set up. This was all just set up to say like, hey, you can talk to our, we can maybe talk to our master at some point. Anyway, well, we will try to keep it down next time, Paimon. Yeah.
If Paimon hadn't spoken for you, it'd be you getting all the weird looks. Huh. The things Paimon does for you.
All right. Thanks, Paimon.
That's more like it.
After conversation, you decide to get a good night's sleep to replenish your energy. That we shall.
Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Neuvillette, so let's pack it up and get going.
I feel like us meeting Nouvellette is gonna be the last thing I do today. Probably. Perhaps. We'll see. To Nouvellette's office we go. And next time I stream Genshin, I will also try to pull for Farina. Oh, we'll definitely go into overtime. There's no way this next segment lasts just 5 minutes. This will definitely last more than 5 minutes. You already know it. Alright, Nouvellette. Oh. I guess we have to talk to you first.
You're here! Finally!
Finally? What's up?
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Oh, damn. I guess he didn't consider his words carefully enough. Well, then.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you
Sid,
stand.
hello!
You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not?
Thank you so much for the resub. I get 30! 30 months! That is a long-ass time. How are you today? How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Just towards the end of the stream now, everyone's showing up. The raid, then the resub. But seriously, I do appreciate it. We're currently talking to the Hydro Archon and the Hydro Dragon, presumably. We will talk to them in a second. We're just walking in on their arguments. Had a good relaxing day. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear.
This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
Also, yeah, a shit ton of people died. Fun.
You mean they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again.
That's apparently from Genshin. Interesting. I hope it's not, I mean, you're
will
free to
say
tell
this
me,
once
but if
more.
it's, I
You
just
must
hope it's
tell
not a
me
spoiler
everything
to
you
story
know.
stuff I'm not at yet.
Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
Yeah, a certain
That's
prophecy.
correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've
Imagine
never seen
just,
such slates.
imagine just coming
I'll
after
ask
the
you
Archon
again.
like this.
Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Is this where we walk in?
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters.
Oh boy.
There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
Of Nouvellette saying something. Okay.
So you've been watching me all
The
this
Hydro
time,
Dragon,
have you?
then,
I didn't
has a
think you were
meme,
that type.
apparently.
You...
Well, Since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me, your Archon, and do as I say.
Oh,
Never mind
God.
whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine.
Are we sure about that? Is
That's
this where we
all I
walk
have
in?
to say.
When do we walk
We
in
do not
on
discuss
them?
this matter again.
When do we walk in on them? Feels like it should be about time.
Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
She runs into us. Nope. Straight past us. Slow motion. Would have been even funnier if she just ran into us. Like the cliche.
She was smiling. Huh. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
Imagine though, honestly, it would have been better if she ran out while we ran in. And better yet, if one of us had a slice of toast in our mouths. And then we bump into each other, fall onto the ground. Come on, do the cliche at some point. Anyway, she seems deeply troubled.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh, you noticed. Seems Farina didn't even realize we were here.
Gonna
She was in
celebrate
a
though.
great panic.
We'll see if that
I
happens
cannot
now
discern
or
the
if it'll
reason.
have to wait until next
Our discussion
time.
reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
I'm afraid questions alone might not suffice. We need to make her understand how dire the situation actually is. I mean, if seeing the list of people who died isn't enough, then I don't know what
Everyone in
is.
her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Like what?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience.
You're putting
just
God
such
on
a
trial?
But Farina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
Put God on trial. Let's go.
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis.
Showdown.
The information a god
Wait,
possesses
in the
is
court,
too precious,
the court of
and
courts.
so
Yeah,
we
in the
must take a
court.
chance on this.
In that case, we will need help.
But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
Oh, I think I know who to call. Oh, are we calling a certain F2P Harbinger? A few days later, on a boat somewhere in quiet Poisson. Or are we calling Navia?
Well, that's everyone, huh?
Or both?
Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster.
Oh,
so
Lynette?
it's
Okay,
probably
so we
devoid of
are.
people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
We are reaching out to the F2P.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what family should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone.
Yeah, so Navia too. The F2P and Navia. Okay.
Perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Where's that Harbinger, you guess?
Me? No.
It's all of the children, I guess.
Then, how about you, good sir?
Our best contact, I guess, to the
I
F2P.
fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
And she's probably still
That
busy.
was a little long-winded.
Still
don't you
busy
think?
mourning.
Oh, you might be right. Anyway,
The thing about
to
the
the
oratory
chase,
is
our friend
mechanique,
here, the
analysis
traveler,
cardinal.
has brought us
Okay,
together to
okay,
discuss
got it.
something. As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Ow! Also, we got even more people here than I expected.
Well,
Almost
it's
everyone's
just an
showing up
expression,
now.
really. One that I just learned from Chlorand and used on the spot.
It her,
So,
yeah.
Let's invite her to
Thanks,
explain in detail.
Sid. At least
a round of applause,
at least one of you looks out for me.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come
And
now.
thanks, Spinner.
Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
Just be lucky I'm out of
I
points.
see.
Okay, I will consider myself
what
lucky
does
in
my
that
boss
case.
say?
Thank God.
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I
Hunting?
recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette...
Classic trick.
Oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
Oh my God, that reminds
I'm
me.
afraid not.
Remember when they
may
introduced
not
the
have heard,
hunting mechanic where you
but
could place
Fontaine
bear
once gave
traps?
host to a group known
Does
as the
anyone
Masters
even
of
remember
Hunting.
that mechanic
Though that was
exists?
their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today,
Cannot believe that
Fontaine's
that was a
monster
thing.
population has
So I
already
have
thinned
one.
greatly, so the hunters have blended back into
Until they
society,
brought up hunting, I
taking up
completely
arms
forgot
in
that
other lines of
that
work.
was even a mechanic.
They even left a
Nobody
unique
uses that
methodology of
shit.
hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a
24/7.
lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey.
Yeah.
So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
Oh, you can't
For
get them
me,
anymore.
I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and
Well, then I definitely
naturally
have to hold
enter the
on to them.
snare. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
Alright, Linny, that's
I'm afraid
enough
I
bragging.
can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the kind of method I would count on.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
Of course, Lynette has already experienced with being an assistant.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and
After
such.
the second
When
act.
placed in the forest, they can
And
attract
there's like
others of their
5
kind.
total.
I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did.
Multitasking? Ah, another
And that would be a good way to
multitasker.
go about it.
Well, you do
If
that.
they're
You do whatever
realistic
you
enough,
need to do.
Animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
Aw. The dragon
Makes
doesn't
sense.
hunt?
You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks. But I do have one more question for you, monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap.
Use a
would be
different
ideal.
word to describe the trap next time.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the
Someone
type
held
of
on
implement
like
we
that?
need.
I don't
If we
know.
wanted to kill the prey in one
Because they're
strike,
fun.
we will
Funny
need a
magic
powerful
men
implement.
and women.
However,
Also
that
for
also
Tui.
goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it.
That kind of
The
trap,
line
I
that
see
divides
what you
life
mean
and
there.
death is often exceedingly thin.
So are we going hunting together?
Hunting for a god, yes.
We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate. But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
That's right. But at this point, we're well experienced with handling gods, aren't we?
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Glorian's hunting metaphor is just that, a metaphor. You will not call this a hunt, because that is not what you should do at present. Nor has the relationship between you and Farina reached such a dire stage. What you need is simply the secrets she is keeping. Attempting to take her secrets is an act of sacrilegious disrespect, but must be done to prevent Fontaine from sinking into the waters as foretold in the prophecy. There is neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. That is what you will need. We just pat her until she tells us, maybe it could work. And this feels like a good spot to call it quits, huh? Doesn't it? Let me just check where the thingy is, so I can avoid it. Yeah, I can definitely avoid that area. Overtime, overtime. Come on. What? How much longer is the next segment? Maybe I can do one more segment if it's not too long. But what if the next segment is then on the surface again? Then I run the risk of running into it later. It's not too long. Alright, we'll do one more segment then. I just hope the next part of the quest isn't somewhere on the surface where I could easily run into it. But this is the finale. Finale of today.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Those meetings sure did make me hungry.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
Do you feel more confident after the meetings, Paimon?
Well... It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great.
No experience?
After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you?
Ah, why shucks. But honestly, putting someone on trial shouldn't be too hard. I mean, Master Detective Code can figure all this shit out. Is something wrong?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I didn't.
Then what's that? Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Where are you?
Who's that voice?
Wait, is that Mona's master? That we're supposed to meet?
Have you forgotten me already?
Is that what's going on?
You are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
Oh.
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though, not completely wrong. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Who are you? And what do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby. Just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
Ah, a friend of Mona's master. Master, one of the Hexen Circle. Yeah, they just said it. They literally just said it. You don't have to point it out if the game literally tells me of disciple of my friend. Friend's disciple. So this is one of the friends of Mona's master, the enigmatic N of the Hexen Circle. Again, the game literally just told me they are red. I mean, come on. Get Nahida to look into Irminsul and find out Farina's secret. Yes, genius. Just go back real quick and ask Nahida. Genius. Will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What? Then is there any way we can
N from Pokemon?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt
No,
with
wrong
your
N.
own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
There it is again. Fate.
Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
Curious.
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
Tea in the teacup is just about gone as well.
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what
and I
will
have to
happen
disagree.
into
Oh
that
shit.
future.
Disagreement in chat is happening.
All you need to do is to play your part. This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice. It's gone.
Never to return again. Mage N. Is this the clue you're leaving for us? The unexpected news leads to complicated feelings. When you wake up, someone seems to be outside.
What? I want to hear someone talking.
You think N from Pokemon sucked?
Alright, come
Why? Also, Hoodie, can you agree that when the text on the black screen shows up, it just skips over that way too quickly? Like half of the time you don't get nearly enough time to read it. Like it's like 10 lines and you can read like maybe 6 of them sometimes. It's horrible. Getting more diligent, Paimon.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
How have you been these past few days?
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel.
Same thing on stream
It
like
turned
20
out to be
times.
more
Same!
than I expected.
Glad we agree on that
All
bullshit.
Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations.
Plus,
I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
it's not like they can't manage to do it correctly. Sometimes you have text on a black screen and the game asks you to click to advance, right? Why don't they do that all the time? Why do they sometimes have, here's the text on the black screen, please click to advance, and sometimes they're just like, hey, here it is, oh, never mind, it's gone. I don't understand that inconsistency. Anyway, moving on.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. You remember her, right? That daredevil journalist. I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Actually, someone already came over.
Huh?
You tell Mona about your mysterious guest.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
I believe she came to pass a message to
She
us.
said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
They're really
The
not.
Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost.
Which is what she told
But
us.
I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Oh shit.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yeah.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but...
Could be a 500-year-old lolly for all we
Still a way
know.
to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so... Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
True, her words were meant to be a helpful hint, but when will we realize their value and meaning? Was that the best answer that my question could have gotten?
Traveler, Paimon, are you two alright?
No, never.
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I see. I feel that same
The
sense
end
of
is coming
desperation, too.
indeed. After this interaction is over, the
I
end
guess
of
you
the
could
stream is
consider me
coming.
Someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel.
The
but it can
catalyst uses
also be
attack? Interesting.
beautiful. Perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Yes, the end that's coming any second now.
Have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Don't worry about it, Mona, and thank you. Overtime, we're already in
Trying
overtime.
to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
I gave you plenty of overtime.
Paimon feels kind of
Wait until
moved
next
by what
week for
Mona
more
said,
Genshin.
but also kind of sad too. Hey, Traveler. Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go.
Next week I will either do one Genshin stream or two Genshin streams if necessary, if we still have more to do. Alright, let's see. Oh god, it's on the surface too. I have to be very careful not to go anywhere near there in the future. Anyway, due to some miracle, mostly the raid, thanks Hoodie by the way, we now have enough people for me to actually consider doing a raid myself. I was saying earlier that we will probably not be doing a raid, but now we have enough people. Why not today? Because I cannot do a stream every single day, for obvious reasons. Alright, let's see. Danganronpa? What do you think of Danganronpa as a raid target? Yeah, I think we'll go for Alex. Sure. Let's set this up real quick. Alright everyone, remember next Genshin stream next week, but next stream I do in general will be on Friday for FNF. I'll still have to schedule the Genshin stream, so if you look at my streaming schedule, it will currently not be on there. I'll add it in time though. At the very latest, it should be added by the time we get to the weekend. Probably gonna be on Tuesday. But you'll see when I finally add it to the proper schedule. In any event, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the overtime. Funny thing is that I know that my FNF streams are the most watched. It is interesting. And some people say that game is dying, yet it is the one game that brings viewers to my channel. And everyone hates Genshin for some reason. The least two FNF streams. Honestly, the games that are most enjoyable are always the ones that are the least watchable by the looks of it. It is so sad. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. Who knows, maybe I'll see some of you next time. Until then, everyone, have a good one and bye-bye. And of course, if you're watching the stream as a VOD after it's uploaded to YouTube, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And if you want to catch me live in the future, you can do so by checking the links down in the description, where you will find a link to my Twitch, where I stream every Friday and Saturday, and sometimes other days as well. Thanks for watching though, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.